when you feel like you're nothing, but you wanna be something. Yeah. Well, all you really need is hope. I just want you to trust me if you wanna be something. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, when you're feeling down and you're out, like you got nothing but doubt, you're alone in the crowd, just trying to figure it out. All of this bad and this money got you feeling left out. Listen up to me now, every word that's out of my mouth. Wake up, it's me. You're gonna follow your dreams, or are you just gonna be another cog in the sea? You feel the hope in this beat, yeah, the hope that you need to proceed and be exactly what you want it to be. I feel right and I'm proud, hype and I'm loud. I'ma shout all about how I feel in the now. Ain't nobody ever gonna try to change me. Till I'm dead, pushing up daisies. I'm alone in the crowd, I won't feel down. I got hope right now, and I know I'll be found. I don't really care just what all other haters gotta say. I know everything I do is gonna make them fade away. And when you feel like you're nothing, but you wanna be something. Yeah. Well, all you really need is hope. I just want you to trust me if you wanna be something. Yeah. Then all you really need is hope. Take a look in the mirror, are you seeing some fear? You hear the voice in your ear, can you start to see clear? Are the bad thoughts near? Or can you be where your feet are when you stand right here and say no? I'm never gonna give up, I'm never gonna slow. The one that doesn't give up, never loses to a foe. The one that could show to myself I could go all the way to the top, can't stop me. I'm a soldier, always closer till it's over. Older, but I'm bolder, moving forward, motor, never slower. Good to know ya, don't go make me drop my shoulder. You need to believe you can achieve everything that you dream. Everything that you need is in the air that you breathe. It's in the mind that you feed. It's in the time that you bleed. Every second of life is another blessing to me. And when you feel like you're nothing, but you wanna be something. Yeah. Well, all you really need is hope. I just want you to trust me if you wanna be something. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, it's what you need when you're down, need when you're out. It's what you need when you're sad and when you feel left out. You feel an energy drought and then creeps out, but with a little bit of hope, you can figure it out. Let's go. Keep your head high.
Hey everyone. Hi Logo. I just now popped you back up. I was like, I could not. Okay, first of all, so my background that I typically use, my intro, I still have not updated it. And so I did a quick update for the video, but then I just noticed I still never updated the fact that we know who Cornelius is now. And so I need to take him off of there too. And so I got to do it again. But anyways,
Screw that. Well, at least you didn't pull me up when I was over here just dancing away. I was sitting here dancing with the dogs, and I'm like, uh-oh, wait. Was I still dancing? Okay.
No, I always did, but then I was like, no, I'll leave you down for that part. But I couldn't get down to the music. So like I was scrolling. I have so many, like, you know how we have like all the different pictures. Like, I mean, I have so many. And so I was like scrolling and scrolling, like, man, I cannot get to the music. Where is it at?
I love it. I love it. And yeah, Seal, I love the intro. I mean, the music. I love that song. It's the words. The song itself has a really nice catchy beat to it. And would you guys please stop it now, please? Thank you.
That one, what I was just playing, that's the full song, and so that's why it was a little bit longer, because it has the like middle part that I cut out normally just to shorten the intro. And so that's why you didn't recognize that one verse. Lone Wolf Spirit, thank you so much for joining as a member. Thank you.
Thanks, Lone Wolf, for joining her. Yes. It's a fun group. Yes.
So how are you doing, Lokomai?
I'm doing. No, I'm doing good. I forget every time I do a show, and you've heard me go through this how many times, because every time I say I'm never going to do another play in my life, and every time I get bored not doing one, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do another show. It can't take much, except it takes up every day, 5 days a week, about 4 hours of rehearsal. And so you're just like,
and then the travel to and from, obviously.
Yeah. So, but the show itself is, it's basically about adult children of alcoholics, but it's set with someone who writes comic books, and his story is kind of interweaved in his comics. So it's really, I wish people could come and see it, but of course, Hawaii makes it hard, so be a pretty expensive ticket.
You know what you need to do is just, give away travel miles or something.
That's it. That's it. Exactly. So, oh my gosh. No, it's a great little play though. That's for sure. So,
Mhm.
get everyone in
I
chat.
know. Hi, PJ. Hi, Seal. Hi, Butterfly Kisses. Cooter G. Hi, Levy. Hi, Here She Goes. Hi, Hope. Let's see. Hi, Hoping for Answers. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Cool Gamer. In the bushes. Hello. Hi, Levy. We got everybody.
We got him. We got him.
So,
Yes. Yeah,
tonight's
you've been
gonna be
busy.
kind of yes, I have been. And so tonight's gonna be kind of like a mismatch of a bunch of different things going on because there, of course, has been updates in some pretty large cases right now. There's also been new stuff in some of the other cases that I've been following. And so before I even get into Natalie Holloway, because I'm sure many of you guys have probably already heard about what's going on there. I do want to share this article slash video. This is about Rio Boyd. And so if you were watching the intro video itself, I do actually have her in there twice. And the reason is, and I did that intentionally, but the reason is it seems like whenever I update my intro, like whoever the last person I added seems to be found lately. And that's kind of my hope.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if I add her
It's
in there an
amazing.
extra
Yes.
time, and
Yep.
then I would have to go through the hassle of changing it. Like, please make me have to change the intro
Yeah.
again because Rio Boyd has been missing for a year now. We covered
It's
her
been a
last year.
year. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember doing Missing Mondays on Rio.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it has. It's been a year now. For those of you who don't know who Rio was or is, I should say,
Is
because I am
Yep,
hoping that she is still alive.
I agree.
Um, Rio went missing from Spanway and she had left her home. She had had her brand new cell phone with her whenever she left her home, and her cell phone was found basically along the side of the road, and she has never been found. And so it's been an entire year. And so I want to show you guys this update because I know Lokomai, I know you covered her as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I want to show you guys this brief 1 year video that took place after we watch about our check engine lights, of course.
Of course. Of course. It's
The check
important.
engine light transmit.
Check those engine lights, okay? Because you could have a water leak. Okay, call 1-800-Lemon-Law. Significant compensation if you call them and you find out. Oh my God, what the heck am I doing? Okay, there we go.
Not just a missing person, Rio Boyd is a sister, a friend, and Brian Boyd's daughter.
Every time I'm feeling like I need my girl, I have a bottle of perfume of hers. Those are fair perfume. I take one smell of that and it brings it all back.
And every time he leaves his home, he passes by the spot where Rio's cell phone was found. The only trace of her, just 2 blocks from her home.
It helps me to think about her. I like to think about her. I miss her and I love her a lot.
Yeah.
I wish she'd come back.
I'm just going to interrupt quickly. Yes, PJ covered her as well.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
this is one that, like, okay, it was not huge in the true crime world, but it was huge in our little part of the woods.
Yeah.
Because her case was just so mysterious. Like I said, it was a brand new cell phone that she had basically lost alongside the road here to
It's right on the side of the road. It wasn't that far away.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, I will say that the true crime on Facebook, they really went after her family, as far as like suspicions about her dad and things behind the scenes and stuff like that. I
Right.
honestly, I don't know one way or the other. He has admitted to have been in a fight with her that same evening that she went missing. Like that's something that
Right.
is basically known. Does that mean that he necessarily harmed her in some way? I don't see that being the case simply because of the fact that her phone was found out there. I mean, she very
Right.
easily could have left home, thrown her phone or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But there's also the chance that she could have left angry and been kidnapped or, God forbid, hit by a car or some type of situation like that.
Right.
And so it's really unknown basically what exactly did happen to her. And so I am hoping and praying that, she left and she just didn't want to go back to her family. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. And that's what's so hard about it. You get different ideas. It's like what we were talking about on Monday. We all kind of were leading in a certain direction with the
Hmm.
case I was talking about, but you don't know. Okay,
Right.
in Rio's case, yes, family could be. But you know what? Police have also been looking, I'm sure they looked into that direction.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
yeah. And she could be, and you know what? Coincidental things happen in weird times. It happens every single day. Who's to say someone didn't grab her and pull her into a truck or pull her into something and her phone dropped off on the side at the same time? We
Hmm.
don't know. So, yeah.
See, I'll send it over if there's one that you're specifically talking about, just so that I can take a look and see if it is something that I seen.
Yeah. Yeah. There were
Hope,
no cameras.
right, I was gonna say, she just so happened to be, like, in this little niche where her phone was found, just so happened to be, like, this little dead spot in the camera coverage. There was businesses and things like that right around that area, but not right where her phone and stuff was found, and so it's hard
Right.
to say. Obviously, they didn't get her on camera, like, getting into a vehicle or anything like that, so
Right. Right. But you think about it, when her dad was talking about
Now, that
spraying
same
some of her perfume or things like that. How many
I
of
bumped
us
that.
do that? You could
Sorry.
picture it. Yeah, no, no, please. You can picture that because any of us who have lost a loved one, okay, to death or something, those smells bring back the memories and all. So when he said that, that just, yeah, that bore into me right there.
Mhm.
spot is marked with her missing person poster and pictures of her. Rio was walking to a friend's house. It was early evening, October 17th, a year ago. The 21-year-old, a budding artist, loved to draw and had developed a recent passion for glass blowing. These photos are from a family trip to Mount Rainier. Her dad says it's completely out of character for her not to check in and leave behind her beloved dog.
Well, there has been quite a few dark days. I've been able to pick myself up off of the chair, of the bed, and move forward.
He said he realized just recently that he has to be well for Rio.
Can't remember, believe it's been a year already.
Chris owns an adult family home in the same neighborhood. It sits right across from where Rio's cell phone was found. When she went missing, Chris's door was one of the first that her dad knocked on.
Asking if we seen anything or check on our cameras if we find anything. I can't find anything. That's helpful.
Until there's a break in the case, a father's love grows only stronger.
Rio, I love you. Please come back home. And we're not giving up. This isn't over.
Michelle Esteban, Como News.
Yeah, I'd
I
forgotten
forgot about
about
the
her
dog.
dog.
That was
Yeah.
another reason that I was like, did she really just up and leave? Because why would she leave her dog? Right.
No, that's the thing. When you have, yes, not everyone has that same connection with your dog, but it sounds like she was one of those people who had the type of connection that no, you can't just, it'd be like up and leaving your children or something like
Mhm.
that. Yes, some people do that, but most people don't. And as I have a dog trying to get my attention.
Right. She's like, "Did you say dog?"
Dog,
I'm right
dog,
here, mom.
treat. Yes, yes. Okay, big boy. Okay.
Oh man. Okay, so this is the article that Seal sent me. She wanted to know if we seen this one. It says we've got to move forward. Family and friends hold vigil for missing Spanway woman. So Spanway, Washington, by the way, if you guys don't know where Spanway is. Sorry. Sometimes
Get ready.
I just say towns and
Everyone
forget that.
remembers everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. You guys are all from Washington, right? You know exactly where Spanway is. So let me see. As soon as we get past, what is this? Suntan lotion? No, health together.
Oh, grow healthier together.
Right. This one's from Fox, so I'm gonna pause it 900 times
Oh,
because
yes.
Fox hates
Fox
me.
is Fox.
A year ago. And today, her loved ones held a vigil to remind people that she still has not been found. Fox RT's Dave Detling spoke to them about their determination to find out what happened to Rio. Dave?
Hey, Dalena's here. What's up, Dalena?
Hey.
Talking to Rio Boyd's friends and family, they say despite what may have happened to her, she remains a part of the Spanaway community. It's been almost a year since she went missing, and they want answers. At the Mountain Valley Community Mobile Park, candles flicker for Rio Boyd.
Yeah, it's quiet in my house. I talk to my cats more.
Rio's father, Brian, says his daughter's disappearance has left a hole in the home. She's been missing since October 17th of last year.
I'm just gonna scroll back a second, and it's gonna mess up. But I just want you guys to see the side of the road where her phone was found, real quick.
Like when my daughter lived here.
Let me just scroll back here. I'm gonna pause it on it. Okay, so her phone was found like in this area, you know, and she had come from this trailer court area and up through, and then her phone was just found on the side of the road in this area. So.
Home. She's been missing since October 17th of last year.
Like when my daughter lived here, I didn't know probably a tenth of the people I know now.
Oddly enough, Brian says her missing persons case has opened his world, bringing him closer to neighbors.
It's opened up life. It's made things grow. It's a weird way of looking at it, but, you know, instead of being negative.
I'm so happy, if you can pause it there for a second. I'm so happy. It looks like the neighborhood has come together around him, and so that he has someone to kind of help support
Lean on
him. Because
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
And I agree, and I understand where some people look at this as like, how can dad be happy about a situation, or you know, find comfort or peace, or it's hard. It's hard whenever you're not the one physically in a situation to understand all of the emotions and all of the things that come from it. And, you know, shady feelings aside or whatever, because like I said, of the fact that they did get into an argument that night. He has
Yeah.
admitted to the fact that they got into an argument that night.
Right. And if
Take
you
that out of the picture, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you have an adult child living with their parents, I feel like there is an opportunity for disputes or,
Yes.
you know, arguments, things like that. Especially, I would say, at the younger adult ages, because as you get
Yeah.
older, you kind of learn to bite your tongue or just, you know, hold back. But whenever 21, I mean, whenever I was 21, if you put me and my mom in the same room for longer than 10
Oh,
minutes,
hell yeah. No, I go to bed at night. Mom and I will get into a fight right before we go to bed. And in fact, that's what I
Mhm.
was going to say a second ago. How many times I get in a fight with her right before I go to bed, and I think to myself, what would happen if I lost her overnight? Because that
Right,
happens to people. You don't mean to get in a fight right before something like that happens, but fights happen all the
right,
time. And trust
exactly.
me, adult children with their adult parent, yeah, they help. Yeah.
Seal. Seal's dealing with it
Feels
every
like
day right now, yeah.
exactly, exactly.
But and so
And
I just try to keep that in mind, because here's the thing, we're praying for these families whenever we are doing this, a lot of us anyways, or sending them good vibes or whatever it is that you believe in. And one of the things that I always hope is that the families are able to find some type of peace and to
yeah,
see the good in the darkness. And so to
right,
me, this is him almost looking at this as a, like, you know, okay, what is the best thing that came out of this situation? I
right,
mean, the
right,
best thing is the fact that he has people surrounding him. He is getting to know more people and opening up his life to maybe more than what it could have possibly been with her still there because of the situations that they were in. And so it's not that he wants his daughter gone, but since
mhm,
she is gone, you know, these are the good things that have happened, and the fact that there's support and love and things surrounding him, right?
right,
Yeah, I'm sure
right.
he would 1,000 times over trade all of that for his daughter back, right?
Oh yeah,
Um, and so I hope that she's out there somewhere and that she's able to see the fact that everybody misses her and that they're looking
yep,
for her.
yep,
That's my hope. Now I do worry 1,000 times over about the fact that her dog was just kind of left. Her phone was just kind of left. And so what happened to her? You know, was she taken? There was a guy who was being his photo. I don't know if you remember, right around that same time, they were sharing a photo of a guy, a sketch, who was going around and he was
yes,
R-ing women and hurting women. And
right,
I don't know if
right,
that guy was ever caught. And so could something like that have happened? Could she have been taken?
Right.
We just don't
Right.
know.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, this takes me back to, for example, even though totally different type of case, but Maya. Okay. Her family needed, okay, whether or not in that case they pretty much knew she was gone, but where? Okay, they
Mhm.
need closure. That's where her dad needs to right now. Closure of some sort, whether it is her coming home or contacting him or something like that and saying, I'm fine. This is a decision I made for my own life.
Mhm.
Or someone either finding something or saying something because someone out there knows something. We just don't know who that person is.
Right.
And
Right. Okay. Let me play the video again.
Life goes on.
We were filled with questions and uncertainty.
At Sunday's small vigil, Brian and those who knew her gathered and said a small prayer for Rio, hoping that someone somewhere knows what happened to her. Investigators say she was walking to a friend's house but never made it home. Her brand new cell phone was found off Field Road, a block from the mobile home park where she lived.
I think there's a lot of people that know something, but no one will say anything to the police that do know that something. Yeah, it's really sad.
The Pierce County Sheriff's Department says after her disappearance, rumors started circulating that Rio had been found, but those were not true. She remains missing. Since last year, there have been no new updates. It's frustrating, says Rio's stepsister, Jennifer Fennell.
I really hope that she's alive somewhere and is just kind of sitting there, watching everything. I really hope she just kind of ran away.
While some people believe something nefarious may have happened to Rio, her father says right now he's focused on the light ahead.
It's the past. We got to let it go. Personally, I think that's just the key to it all. We got to move forward, and the future is more interesting. It's better for us. We can't live on the past.
And if you live in the Spanaway area or the surrounding neighborhoods and you know anything about Rio Boyd's disappearance or her case, give local police a call. In Spanaway.
yeah, you go ahead. You pause. Oh, well, we were at the end. Yeah, you get those little comments at the end, like you were saying about him trying to find the positive and stuff. And yeah, that can be a red flag for some people. It truly can. It can also be the sign of someone who is trying with every ounce in their fiber in their being to find some way to keep moving forward. You keep trying to look for, I do this all the time. I look for the positive everywhere. Even if I don't feel it, I look for the positive everywhere because I know I'm the only one who can pull myself out of the negative. No one else can do it for me.
Right.
So you never know where it's fault, especially in a case. On the other hand, he could be kind of trying to change. We don't know. So,
Right. So I just wanted to bring her up though before we got into, these other more
Right.
well-known cases because I was hoping that more people would see Rio that maybe never have before. She's out there somewhere. It's just a matter of where. So the other thing that we want to talk about is put a 1 in the chat if you know who this is. Dun, dun,
Well,
dun.
actually,
in
this
the chat.
surprised me when this started kind of coming. When all of a sudden I saw the name, I was like, and I'm not saying the name out loud yet. And, but I was like, wait, is this an old news? What? I'm getting
Right.
allergies kicking in. Sorry, guys.
Sure. I keep forgetting. I'm like pausing. I'm like, man, nobody knows. But then I remembered I have closed caption on, so it takes
Exactly.
it
A
takes like a
little
minute for the
longer.
reaction. Yeah.
Yes. I know I need to go in there and put those on for my mom because she, everything's got to be closed caption for her and me. I find the more you depend on closed captions, I started turning them on TV before I even moved home. And I found I now depend on closed captions more.
Yeah.
I don't catch words as quickly. Yeah, it's weird. So, Delana followed the case from day one.
I was sitting there, I was thinking that. So I was gonna call her out, but I don't know if I should.
Lone
Day
wolf.
1. Do you know what day 1 was for this? 2005. Day 1 was
Yes.
2005. I was in 10th grade. whenever you
Wow.
started following this case,
Wow.
Elena.
Wow, wow, wow.
Your reason for saying that you will never go to Aruba ever after the way this case was handled. Right. It wasn't handled very well. So this is Natalie Holloway, for those of you who don't know, and the man who is now confessed to having murdered her. His name is Vandersloot.
Joran
So,
Vandersloot.
yes. And so he has now admitted finally to unaliving her. And let me tell you guys a little bit about her for those of you who may not know about this case. He does have an old school monk haircut.
Cool.
So
Brother
let
Joran.
me see. Natalie Holloway was a 18-year-old American who mysteriously disappeared in Aruba. She was on holiday with her friends, and she was scheduled to fly home from the Caribbean island on May 30th, 2005, but she had failed to appear for her flight. Her classmates last saw her outside of Carlos and Charlie's, a restaurant and a nightclub in Orangestad. I'm going to say all these words wrong, probably. She was in a car with local residents, Joran Vandersloot and brothers. When the three men were questioned, they said that they had dropped her off at her hotel and denied knowing what had become of her. After further investigation by authorities, Vandersloot was arrested twice on suspicion of the involvement in her disappearance. And the brothers, which I could say their name, but I'll just copy and paste it into chat because I'm not going to even try.
True that. Yes.
So that's their last name there that I just put in chat. And so the brothers were also arrested 3 times each. Due to the lack of evidence, however, the 3 suspects were released each time without being charged with a crime. So her parents criticized the Arabian police for their lack of progress in the investigation and the interrogation of the 3 men who were last seen with their daughter. The family also called for a boycott of Aruba, which the governor of Alabama supported but failed to gain widespread backing. And so they were really, I mean, you want to talk about a family who has constantly advocated for their daughter and for their daughter to be found. I mean, her family did it. Constant.
Yes.
I remember this, and like I said, I was in 10th grade at the time whenever she first went missing.
Right. Yeah, no, they were on, especially, and consider how far away all that was. Okay, and having to deal with different countries, different rules. Okay, and I'll be honest, the legal system over there, don't even get me started on half of the stuff that was going on there. It's just frustrating. And they stuck by her. I'm just so happy they finally have heard the
that they
truth from
finally
him.
have the answers. Exactly.
Yep.
And so this article that I have, she says I'm ancient. Sorry, Seal. I apologize. Okay. Let me get this one. I think this one has her actual press conference. And if not, then I have the other one. But I think this is her actually talking. This is Beth, her mom's statement after this 15-second advertisement.
There's a better way. Go to On Deck Small Business Loans. You can get a line of credit for up to $100,000. You're approved immediately, just like that.
Okay, so yes, this is her part of the press conference. So,
morning. My name is Prim Escalona, and I'm the United States Attorney for the Northern District of Alabama. I'm going to make a brief prepared statement, and then I believe that Beth Holloway will also be making a statement. Today marks the end of 18 years of wondering what happened to Natalie Holloway. Now, Beth and Dave can rest, and Natalie can rest, knowing that justice was served. For the Holloway family, this has been a journey filled with patience, perseverance, and courage as they continued to seek justice for Natalie. I hope today will give them peace. I want to extend my deepest appreciation to the FBI, the Department of Justice's Office of International Affairs, the governments of Peru, the Netherlands, and Aruba, the United States Marshal Service, and the Shelby County Sheriff's Office for their efforts that helped make today possible. I also want to recognize from my office, Lloyd Peoples, Catherine Crosby, and Tanya Benninger, who worked tirelessly over the last year and a half on this case, along with many others in my office who have worked towards justice for the last 13 years. Also, I want to thank the court and the federal public defender and his team for their diligence and professionalism throughout this prosecution. Ensuring a successful prosecution took a great amount of collaboration, and I'm grateful for all of the hard work and dedication that has been devoted to this case. The world watched in 2005 as Beth and Dave Holloway experienced every parent's worst nightmare. As a mother, I cannot imagine the heartache, the sleepless nights, and the tears that Beth and her family must have shed of wondering what happened to Natalie. Despite their grief, the Holloway family kept fighting for justice for Natalie. Their love for their daughter and sister is what brought us to this day. For Beth and Dave and Matt, I hope today is not just about this sentence. I hope it's about healing, about finding peace, knowing they did everything they could for their daughter and their sister. I hope today will help all of us move forward, not in sadness, but in celebration of the incredible life that Natalie lived. Beth, may her memory be a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, today I can tell you with certainty that after 18 years, Natalie's case is solved. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. It's over. Joran Vandersloot is no longer the suspect in my daughter's murder. He is the killer. In the course of his felony prosecution, here for extortion and wire fraud indictment, he gave a proffer in which he finally confessed that he killed Natalie. He described when and how he killed her. And he said that after killing her on the beach in Aruba, he put her into the water, and that was the last that he ever saw her. That was all verified by a comprehensive and conclusive polygraph test. Even with this confession, though, he can't be tried here for Natalie's murder. But I'm satisfied knowing that he did it. He did it alone, and he disposed of her alone. I won't give you the details of his brutal confession. Those will be forthcoming when the proffer is made public. You will also have details of the plea agreement which was reached. His sentence of the extortion and the wire fraud will run concurrently with a sentence in Peru for killing Stephanie Flores. And that's fine with me. Thanks to a lot of very smart and dedicated people here, I got the answer I've been searching for the past 18 years. Joran Vandersloot's confession means we have finally reached the end of our never-ending nightmare. And for me, reaching the end of the nightmare, being over, is better than closure. It's been 18 years since Natalie disappeared, and Natalie would be 36 years old today.
Wow.
I still miss her every day. It's been a very long and painful journey, but we finally got the answers we've been searching for all these years. We finally, today, we got justice for Natalie. So thank you all so very much and being supportive of us in our long 18-year journey. Thank you.
Holloway, inside you said you looked at your son and said, we did it. How do you sleep tonight as a mother who has what she has today?
Yeah, I think we sleep well. I mean, this
the most unimaginable journey. And I know everyone has been with us on this, and we are so appreciative of it. But for us to finally put this to rest and being over, as I said, it's better than closure, because our never-ending nightmare had to end. And we are so grateful that we can say that today, that it is over. And that is getting justice for Natalie.
He said from the podium, he's a changed man.
Any indication that with his permission there will be charges?
I don't. I just know that there are no charges that will be here for his murder, but hopefully maybe they will look into that.
Do you need that, or do you have what you need?
No, I have what I need, but I have what I need.
Did you believe when he said that he's a changed man?
I definitely don't. I don't believe he's a changed man at all.
No.
How did it feel to see him in the courtroom?
It feels victorious. I feel like you finally begin to transition from the victim to the victor, and it begins to make the pain and suffering feel somewhat less intense, because you are here. You are at this point, the pinnacle of the journey, and you've gotten justice and you've gotten the answers you've been so desperately seeking. So it felt victorious.
Are you confident you got the truth out of him?
Oh, I'm absolutely confident. Yes.
That you had the opportunity to talk to Yoram in the courtroom. What did you tell him?
I was able to tell Yoram that I think in this long ending nightmare, he was able to express things to him that I had been wanting to tell him, as far as, telling him who he is. And he is a killer. He is a killer. He will always be the killer. He will always be now the black mark in Aruba. He's now confessed to 2 murders. So that was good for me to be able to tell him that and to share that.
Do you hope that Aruba maybe reopen the case?
I don't know about that, but I'm just sticking with victorious right now. Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about, in the courtroom, they said that you sat as he was explaining what happened. How was that moment?
It is shocking, and it is horrific to hear a killer that describing the brutal things that he did to my daughter, Matt's sister. It's shocking, and it is very disturbing. But it's things that parents have to know the truth. They have to hear the answers as to what happened in order to put this to rest and for it to be over.
That did Vandersloot let you guys know if others are involved? Did he act alone?
Yes, he acted alone. Thank you all so much.
Beth, tell us about Natalie. Tell us about the 18 years before.
Natalie was very bright, very smart, dedicated young lady. She was on her way to college. She was headed to medical school after that, and I have no doubt she would have made it all the way. So we love her. We miss her very much. And we wake up every morning with thoughts of Natalie, but now we wake up knowing that we have reached justice for Natalie.
Hey,
so
she
thank
was
you.
truly the best sister I could have ever asked for. Absolutely.
Have you said a full and complete goodbye to Natalie at this point? Have you visited with her in your own way and let her know that you have peace with all of this?
I don't know. I don't really look at it as saying goodbye to Natalie, because we wake up every morning, and the hope that filled her life and heart fills ours today. So I feel like we carry Natalie with us even forward now, and that's good. That's a very good feeling. It, like I said, it feels victorious. But thank you so much.
You ready?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Wow. What an amazing family. I mean, what an amazing family. And you can hear the difference in her voice now. And
Oh, yeah.
she is poised, very
Mhm.
poised. I couldn't get through what she just did. There's no way I could get through that. And
Never.
it'd be a
Not
mess.
even after 18 years. Like, she is
You-
just very, very well spoken and
Yeah.
a powerful, strong woman. I guess that's the best way to think about it. Like, she has maintained herself all this time through all of his lies, through every time that he told them a different type of confession or
Mhm.
different wrong information, going as far as to say that he had buried her under a a home and different things like that. I don't think ever mentioned her father. He loved her too. And so actually at the end of that press conference, they did say that there was a statement from her dad as well. But he did not want to publicly read or say the statement. And I think that's it.
Blame him.
Whenever it comes down to it, the media is going to talk about whoever it is that's speaking and talking to them because they
Right.
want them to speak and talk to them more and more. It doesn't diminish, how much her father cares about her. It's just that he doesn't want to be in the public light the same way. And
He
that's
deals with
okay.
things differently.
Exactly.
Okay. Her mom may actually process a lot of this by being a
Right.
spokesperson.
You go into like
in a
mama
way.
bear mode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, but
And
yeah, he
honestly,
does. And her
if you look
brother.
at the Idaho 4 case, because I know a lot of you guys are familiar with that case, you can see just like about every single different type of way that we have seen parents process information. You have Steve who is, gung ho and he is going to solve it himself and he is going
Yep.
to search and look for every answer, up, down, and sideways until he finds the murderer, right? And then you
Right.
have on the other side of things, you have Ethan's family who they are speaking subtly, but they are more reserved and they don't want things as public. They don't want the information as out there.
Right.
And then you have the family members who, couldn't even speak at the vigil because they were so upset and so
Yeah.
hard. And so I think
That's
that's the
true.
best way to look at it. Like you can
That's true.
see all the different ways that people handle
No, that's
cases.
true. That's very true. Can you do me a favor? A
Mhm.
favor? Can you highlight that last Battissimo thing about this?
The auto link.
Get one. Get one. They're actually, guys, if you haven't seen them, I mean, this is what they look like inside. And also, if you're like me and you've got notes, I'm holding on to this for Ariel. This is going to be
Right.
used for Ariel's trial. But serious, I just saw it pop up in Battissimo, and I'm like, whoop, it's right here next to
That's what
me.
I have one right now that is just like my stuff that I'm doing at work, like all my different notes and stuff like that for work.
Yes.
And then I have another one that's like my Temu my
Your
Temu
There you
one
go.
because
There
I got
you
to keep
go.
track of all the people's clicks and their wheels and
Mhm.
who won and who didn't and
They're
all
great.
that
You got your
stuff.
calendar there. And sorry, I know she's not going to advertise it because it's hers, but I will.
Right.
Place for your contacts there. And then, yeah, I love how it's set up based off of cases, but you can do it by do it
Yeah.
as a
You just
journal.
write
For
in
those
it.
of you in mental health stuff, makes a great journal. So,
Mhm.
anyhow,
Oh.
I just had to say that.
Thank you, Dynamite. You love yours too. That's awesome.
Oh.
You're so funny. So I don't know. I'm glad that this family, though, they finally have, this 100% this was him. And that's what they needed. They needed that final little bit of closure.
They sure did. They sure did. And they got it. Oh, because yeah, that whole story was. I remember how many of us have watched the made for TV movies based on it. All these things that have gone on. Well, these people have lived it for 18 years. She would have been 36. That's what amazes me when you start putting dates and ages. And stop it. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. I just hit someone. And also, okay. Oh, I wish they'd stop playing. Would you guys stop playing, please? And also, but yeah, no, 36 years old. She'd be coming up on 40 years old. So, and that's just, oh. Were you her age? Wait, what age were you again? No, you were high school.
I was in
You were
10th grade. Yeah.
10th grade. So you were 2 years away. So, yeah.
Mhm.
And that's just, oh, wow. And
Actually,
yeah, Donna,
I was
she
like
must have.
almost 4 years away because I started school earlier than I should have. And so I
Okay.
graduated whenever I had just turned 17. Actually, I think I turned 17 the month after I graduated.
Okay, got it. Got it.
But that's besides the point. Yeah, they are the cutest puppies ever.
Oh my
I do. I
God.
have a Temu notebook. I'm a change
Love
it from
it.
Sleuth Mom to Temu Mom and put a whole nother one out
Timu
there.
mom. Yes, exactly, exactly. And also, oh my gosh, Timu becomes so funny. I'm sitting there in the middle of my dentist appointment last week, and I'm telling them about, yeah, we're trying to get one more new user. Hint, hint, hint. No, okay. Can I pay you to be a new user? Maybe. No.
That's so
Okay.
funny.
But I did get all my stuff in the other day, which was nice.
Did you? That's awesome.
I did. In fact, well, it's all back there. So, but your daughter, Delaney, your daughter graduated at 17.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is.
We're to the point now where, and sorry, this is the part of the live where if you came for true crime, you may be dismissed. Nobody will judge you, but I am officially going to digress into not true crime stuff. And so we are now on the Temu thread.
Temu.
I'm sure that at some point that will go back to the dogs or life, or who knows where we'll go from this point.
Anywhere and everywhere. Yeah.
You know, I was so upset because we started this whole Temu, what we're doing. Okay, for those of you who are listening, this is the 5 free game. And so you can get 5 free items, or some people can get 10 free items. It just depends on the game.
Yeah.
But basically, it was only taking 52 people to help. And so we were to the point where we were winning like every single day. Well, don't you know, we discovered Temu the month of their 1-year anniversary. And so then they changed everything. And now we need 152 clicks for every game. And we're getting there, though, to the point where we are going to have enough people, which is freaking awesome. But it's also extremely exhausting to keep track of.
I don't know how you do it. I know you asked for help the other day, and I was like, do I have the no, I'm going to cause more trouble if I go saying yes to this.
Oh my gosh. So I got to tell you, this new mod that I added, so she's just some random person who volunteered to help out, which is phenomenal. I have no clue who she is outside of the fact that she also plays Temu. And she is like, she's got a whole spreadsheet. She's got all of the usernames now. I'm like, you are freaking awesome. Here I was with my Temu notebook completely full of chicken scratch, and she's got an Excel document. So within like one day of me being like, okay, well, can you help do this? And she's like, sure, here you go. Here's an Excel document. Like, okay, great.
Oh my, I love how some people just have that mindset to be able to organize things in the most perfect. I told you a second ago, I just started modding for a new channel, and I went into their mod stuff, and I'm looking at, they have like folders and instructions and everything written out, organized. I'm like, wow. So it's amazing. So
it's insane, and my brain will never work.
Good night,
like
Chris.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. Good night, Chris. My brain will literally never. So this job that I'm doing, I was telling you a little bit about this, but what I'm doing right now is I'm actually hiring people for other jobs. They brought me on temporary to help hire people for other jobs, and they're talking to me now. I talked to my boss this morning actually, and they're talking to me now about keeping me on permanent, which is great. That's what I wanted.
Yes, that's what you wanted. Yeah.
And so, but then she was asking me, she said, you know, would I be interested in doing like the chat based or email side of things? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, that gets
my brain will never ever work in the grammatical way. It will also never work in the organized type of way. I can sit here and I can talk all day, every day.
Yep. Yeah, trying to organize that. I can do either, but I can't do both at the same time. So I really have to be either this direction or that, and I can do either, no problem. But not, as you guys see, I can do great with the channel, but you asked me to organize and run a Discord, I can't do it. Thank you. Those of
You know
who
what
step
though?
up
I
and
had
help.
started out initially like doing the different folders and different threads and all of that stuff. And as much as I tried to do that, it never worked because it wasn't me not putting the information seal in the thread seal that they go in seal. But there was certain people seal who could not handle switching threads whenever they were changing their conversations. I actually had to shut
Seal?
off my welcome thread, Seal, because whenever people were, like, so concerned about their conversations being private and stuff like that, and you know how the welcome thread is, like, public for
Yeah.
everyone, it just waves to whoever comes in,
Yep,
and I'm like, "Hey,
exactly.
guys, make sure you only say hi or whatever, or don't even acknowledge it." You know, that's just so that I can see that somebody new joins the Discord, and I'm
Right.
like, "Don't talk there." You know what I mean? "Don't talk
And
there." And I would
over.
say it over and over again, so then I had to shut it down so nobody can talk in my welcome thread, but then whenever new people join, I have no freaking clue that they are sitting in the clouds waiting to join, and so then I get angry emails like, "I've joined your Discord a month ago, and you never let me in." Well, why didn't you send me a message a month ago and say, "Hey, Sleuth Mom, I joined your Discord."
Oh, no. Yeah, see, my issue I'm running into right now is we've got all these great ideas, and they're not ideas connected to what my channel's about. I
Mhm.
mean, we're talking about Israel, Gaza right now, okay? Chris was talking about starting up a discussion on fentanyl and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, do I open up a folder for every one of these things? Do I do threads? Do I do this? Do I do that? It's a very clunky app. It can be used, and yes, we'll stop the seal shaming. Okay, maybe sealing or something. There's got to be another thing we can. Yeah, exactly. And Butterfly, yes, you did fix my spread. Butterfly's been going and updating all the missing people that I've covered, and so it's great when it's used. It's just hard to organize and figure
Right.
out. But some
Mhm.
people are amazing at it. Some people, and I'm not using their, because I, first of all, I'll forget someone also. A lot of the people I find that want to help out in Discord don't necessarily want, they just do it because they love it. It's not
Mhm.
necessarily anything else. They just really enjoy doing it. So, but I was amazed when I went onto this mod Discord. I was like, wow, this is, of course, they have to, it's a large channel, so they have to be organized.
Right.
But I'm like, oh my gosh,
They
this
probably have,
puts,
like, a whole team that they hired. You know what I mean?
yeah, I suspect, I wouldn't be surprised if their top people are paid and stuff like that, to be
Mhm.
honest.
You
So,
were
but
terrible at
it's a
which
great
feed you
group.
talked in as well. You know what? There was a lot of you guys, it wasn't just Seal.
Yeah,
However, she was always the person that was like,
she's fun to pick on.
yeah, well, she's fun to pick on, but she also would always be the one who would message me and be like, "Can everybody see that?" And I'm like, "Yes, stop talking in that thread. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't
Yeah.
say stuff in there that." I'm like, "Exactly, stop talking in that thread, Seal."
Then she followed us on all these trips.
Uh,
God, I love it. I
the
love it.
worst
I
part
love
about
it.
this is I think that her and Carrie G must have went to bed early because, like, they're just gone now,
They've
and
gotten very,
so
very quiet. Seal said goodnight to Chris and then disappeared.
Right.
Carrie, yep, exactly, exactly. So, oh my, oh God, I could not believe it. Okay. So some of you guys know the last time I decided the cruise that I went on, that of course everyone had to follow me on and take pictures with me on the cruise, as you just saw. And that originally was scheduled and we had to cancel it because COVID. And
Mhm.
so I get back home, mom decides she's got this bucket list thing. She wants to go to the Holy Land. So we're in the process of organizing a cruise to the Holy Land, starting off in Jerusalem, and we were going to all these things. And what happens? This. So I'm just like, I'm not meant to go on any cruise ever until about 5 years later. So yeah, it just dawned on me the other day that I'm like, oh my God, I give up. So, but we still need the Sleuth family cruise. I still say that's what we
Oh
need.
my gosh, that would be so much fun.
Wouldn't it?
You know what would
Wouldn't it?
probably happen though, because I'm like, I'm excited about even the thought of it. I'd probably be the person who like ended up motion sickness or something. Be
Yeah.
like, I thought Sleuth Mom was on this cruise too. Like, yeah,
Cruise.
she's been in
She
her bed for the
is.
last
She's
3
just
days.
exactly, exactly. She's there. She's there. If you want to just knock on her door, you'll see her. Yeah.
You can do like
Oh my
a
God.
Sleuth Mom adventure trip. It would be so much fun. Not
Oh
even Sleuth
yeah.
Mom, just a true crime.
True
True
crime
crime.
cruise.
Mhm.
Yes. That would
Which,
be so much fun.
by the way, you guys, if if you want to go check out the Lokomai Life's Discord, it is open to the public. And let me get you guys this. This is her Discord invite.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
They have a ton of conversation and things going on over there right now.
It's really
Lots of
picking up over
interesting
there.
topics. It really is.
Yeah,
It really
I'm
is. So
really
there's
been
that.
Yeah. Yeah, come on over. Come on over. Join
Hey,
the
Lokomai, is
chaos.
it okay if I drop your Discord link?
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, totally. Go for it. No.
And
It's
then
so
this is
funny
her
because I'm
channel.
horrible. I'm horrible about following Discord, but I'm getting better about it. It's just there's so many. You should see. Okay, guys, how many channels, those of you who do Discord, how many different servers do you belong to? I have been following Discord literally since COVID time. So I have all my World of Warcraft servers, all of my true crime servers, all my
No.
other YouTube. I
That's a lot.
basically have it's yeah. I did just find out though, gang. You can put servers into categories. You know how you drag folders on your computer to combine folders? You can do that on servers and create like a true crime folder. And it's just the true crime related things. Or the ones that you follow, like me, the ones that I don't follow, I've just thrown into a separate folder. So I'm learning. I'm learning. You can teach this old dog new tricks.
Seal said she
Yes.
stepped away and she came back to that horrid photo. So she missed the like 5 minutes of me talking about her.
Talking about her. Exactly. Dropping Seal's name in every 3 or 4
900
words.
times. She missed it all. I told you, her and Cooter probably both left.
Oh my God. There's one
Oh,
person
that's so
who's been
funny.
doing a lot of work in my Discord. I mean, especially with the current event stuff. Lone Wolf has just really done a lot of stuff. Chris does a lot of posting also. A lot of people come together and have fun. Never again. Delana with a margarita, toes in the water, just sipping her margarita as we go down the Mississippi. Actually, where would we go? What would be a good cruise? That's the problem. Figuring out the right cruise.
We need to go
And,
somewhere. We need to go somewhere
somewhere.
that a crime happened. That way we can
Yes.
investigate together.
You know,
Maybe
I wonder if
it
they
could be
do
like a
those.
Clue style cruise ship.
Oh my
We can figure
God.
out who the murderer was. That would be actually really cool.
Well, I know some of the different cruise lines, like NCL, they do theme cruises. And I wonder if anyone does like a true crime cruise. True crime. Let's check this. I know one year, a bunch of us were like, let's go to Crime Con together. And that never worked. Crime
Yeah.
cruise.
Oh,
There is a crime cruise.
yeah, there is.
What?
Interesting. 3-day Bahama
That is
cruise.
not. Oh, it's Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a nice cruise ship. Wow. Of course, it
Feel
would be
like
Bahamas.
you have to be like on there, like to do it appropriately. You have to be on there and just have somebody randomly die, and then we all
Oh my
have to
God,
solve
that
it.
would be so funny.
Obviously, you don't want them to actually be dead before you guys all freak out.
No. Oh,
But
shucks, but that takes all the excitement out of everything. Come on now. We got to up the ante, you know. Where will Crime Con? No, that's Crime Con, not. Oh my God, it's so funny.
that's funny.
True crime
All right,
cruises.
guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go
It's
to
time.
bed. I'm gonna get off here. Thank
You
you
got
all
it.
for coming. Thank you, Lokomai, for hanging out.
Bye-bye, my dear. Bye, everyone in chat. Talk to you later.
Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye. See y'all.